Hello, my dear friends. Thank you so much for always tuning into my channel. I appreciate you. And also, thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for attracting new subscribers to my channel. You guys are simply the best, and I appreciate you. Yes, don't forget, this is Saffron Media, and we are in the business of giving you the latest, the hottest, most reliable, and authentic news as it drops by the hour. And right here and now, we have another. Don't forget, we brought you the news as it breaks yesterday about the appointment of the new chief of staff to President Buhari, that is Professor Gambari. And right here now, Sowore has come and is not in agreement with the new chief of staff that has been appointed by Buhari. He said all manners of evil things about him, and really it is true that Gambari has been involved with a lot of all these things, and now he has now been appointed again as the chief of staff to President Muhammadu Buhari. I don't know where this nation is going to, because Gambari is also known to be about 75 years old. If this government, I think, is for the aged people, no new brains to spice things up, but they have their reasons why they keep making things happen like this. All right, guys, before we go details into the news proper, guys, if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button right away, and also ensure that you turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified anytime we drop a new video. Yes, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you really watched this video. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I appreciate you. All right, let's go details into the news. The convener of the Coalition for Revolution Corps, Omoyele Sowore, has condemned the appointment of Professor Ibrahim Gambari as the new chief of staff to President Muhammadu Buhari. Politics Nigeria report that President Buhari has appointed the former Minister of External Affairs as his new chief of staff following the death of Abba Kyari, who lost his life to the dreaded COVID-19 virus. The newspaper learned that Gambari will be announced as the new chief of staff to the president during a virtual meeting of the Federal Executive Council on Wednesday. Reacting to the appointment, in a statement on Tuesday, Sowore alleged that Gambari's major role during General Sani Abacha's military regime makes him unfit for the new role. The former presidential candidate added that Gambari also served almost all the dictators that have ruled the country. Sowore added that Gambari, who some people claims is an intelligent man, used his intelligence to defend the draconian policies of the Abacha regime while he was Nigeria's permanent representative at the United Nations. He said Professor Ibrahim Gambari, who some people claim is an intelligent man, used his intelligence to defend the draconian policies at the Abacha's regime. He was one of Abacha's equivalents of the Gobel, representing the infamous dictator with vigor and a propensity that could only be found in fascist Italy of old. As more pressure mounted on the Abacha regime from all corners of the world, Professor Gambari became more notorious and ruthless in defending and reflecting attack against the Abacha dictatorship. I remember his many appearances on cable news channels, especially after Abacha murdered environmentalist and author Ken Saro-Wiwa following what can be described as a kangaroo trial. Professor Gambari stoically denied that Abacha regime had committed a crime. He labeled Saro-Wiwa a common criminal who had engaged in the murder of some Ogoni elders. After the demise of Abacha, his other co-dictators and collaborators were put in their place. Call it the Nigerian Hall of Shame. Professor Ibrahim Gambari has has not been touched. He has not been called to account, unlike the Husseinis, Mustafa, and Gwazo. He did not appear before the hapless Oputa panel to explain the ignominious role. Instead, he was elevated by Kofi Annan, the United Nations Secretary General, to the position of Under-Secretary and Special Advisor on Africa at the UN. Even after the death of Abacha, Kofi Annan's visits to Nigeria were primarily to prevail on Chief MKO Abiola to forget about his June 12 mandate. He didn't care about Abiola's freedom, so he quietly went to meet him in jail and asked him to forget about it. It is intriguing that Professor Gambari has now become a darling of so many Nigerian organizations. Honor are pouring in from everywhere, and he's getting awards and making speeches all over the place. Yes, that is it, guys. Do you think it is a good appointment that Buhari has made this time around? Do you think what Sowore is saying is right? Do you have anything to add? If you have comment, please don't forget to drop it in the comment section. We'll be waiting to read from you. We'll be waiting to hear from you. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also ensure you turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified. Thank you guys for staying tuned. I appreciate you. Do have a pleasant day. Bye.